So I thought I would do something fun today, which is basically hop into my computer, go over some hiring ads that my clients have sent me, and also a couple that I've stumbled upon myself, and just do an honest assessment of, things that could be improved on, things that I really like about the ads, and overall, if they're just good recruiting ads in general. So we know that now is a very important time for your cleaning company to be promoting yourself for hiring positions, because with the labor shortage, with the staff shortage, if you have any goals of really expanding your company without employees, it's going to be very hard to do that. So I know a lot of companies are really struggling with this issue, and hopefully this video could at least shed some light on this topic. This is going to be just reviewing the ads. We're not going to be talking about the interview process, how you get them to actually show up for their orientation, how you get them to stick around after day one. Those are issues that are outside the realm of this video. That being said, if you can pre-qualify these applicants ahead of time, it will save you a little bit of headaches down the road. So let's jump right in and just talk about this a little bit. So let's go over the first ad over here. So looking for a part-time weekend custodian, small offices, clean bathrooms. All right, so right away you could tell that this ad could use a little bit more meat to it. There's not much text, not much description about what the job position actually is. And if I was scrolling through, Facebook or Instagram or, Craigslist or whatever, and I saw an ad like this, looking for a part-time weekend custodian, we know what the position is, but at the same time, not really. So we have to keep in mind that these people know nothing about the industry. They have no expectations. So this just, it doesn't really have much to it. And then the headline over here. So they do include the price, which is good, to give people an accurate expectation. But it just says weekend warrior. There's nothing really about the job position itself. This is actually a good opportunity to include something in the headline that says, for example, energetic and hardworking applicants needed, or get paid for your hard efforts with a rewarding job. Something to entice them a little bit more. So overall, not a great ad. All right, so let's talk about this one. So right away, the picture is a before and after photo of, it looks like a sink drain. Let's read the copy. Cleaners for residential, commercial structures in detailed and fast-paced manner. Experience not required, but preferable for more details. Okay, again, there's really not much to this ad at all. There's not much description about what the job entails. Yes, it talks about residential/commercial cleanings, but to be honest, if I was scrolling through this, I would mistake this just for a regular before and after photo that maybe one of my Facebook friends took of their drain. Now the headline does say housekeeping cleaner, but again, it's very similar to the previous one. There's nothing to really entice someone to apply for this job. And that's the big thing with these ads, guys, is you want to put yourself in the perspective of someone who's going to be applying. What's going to make your ad stand out and entice someone to actually apply for your company instead of someone else that's down the block. So let's move on. Let's talk about another one. Okay, so this one immediately has more meat to it, which is great. There's more description, and I could already tell that this is probably going to be a little bit better than the previous ones. But let's read it together. Blank Cleaning Company has provided professional cleaning services for over 20 years. Okay, so it gives a little bit about the company, which is great. And then it says requirements. So now it starts listing off the requirements. So ability to pass criminal background check, be on your feet for 5 to 7 hours a day, which is good. We want to give people expectations that this is hard work. It requires some labor, good attitude, and then, some more things about what the wage is, flexible hours, stuff like that. Contact us. Okay, so overall, not bad. It gets to the point. It gives a good description of what to expect. The creative, which is the photo they use, is, you could tell right away that this is for the cleaning industry. No one's going to mistake it for, something else. So overall, I would say this is definitely better than the previous ones. However, if there was one room for opportunity, see how they list the requirements down here? This is a common mistake, I think, with a lot of people, is it's fine to list your requirements, but don't do it as just a task list, because then these people are going to be seeing your job position as really a list of chores, and it just doesn't really give a good representation of your company's values and things like that. So a way to enhance that would be something like, want to get rewarded for your outstanding backgrounds, want to find a position that pays you well for having good physical shape, something like that, want to have a job that your customers really appreciate your hard work. Even by making small tweaks in the language like that can really make your requirements sound less like chores and more like rewards. So let's move on. And now we're going to start looking at some ads that I think are a little bit better in my opinion. So when we look at this one, we already know that we know exactly what the position is by the creative. So the photo is someone vacuuming a carpet, better hours, better pay. They include text on the actual photo itself, which is very important, guys, because when people are scrolling online, there's a good chance that they're not going to read the copy. They're just going to look at the photo for 1 second, literally, and see if it captures their attention or not. So sometimes putting text on your photo can actually really save your chances of people stopping and reading your ad. So the first line is what I love about this ad. We provide a company car for you while at work so you never have to use your own vehicle. Now guys, this is really important because this immediately speaks to people that have cleaning experience. So if your job is to qualify people and you only want to hire the people that have some background in the industry, this is a great point because anyone who's worked in the cleaning field is going to know the struggle of having to use their own car, put miles on their car, pay for their own gas, not necessarily be compensated for their mileage. And people that have never worked in this position, that won't really speak to them. So this company definitely is doing that right away. They're pre-qualifying people, which is awesome. No wear and tear to your personal vehicle. Yeah, like I just mentioned. And then it talks about the wage, which I think is important. You know, you don't want to hide the price. You want to be pretty transparent of what these people could get paid. So that's good. And then it says, yeah, joining our team to earn more money with better hours. So it's a win-win situation in the minds of these applicants. So overall, I think it's a pretty solid ad. Weekends are for fun. I like how they put that as the headline. Click learn more, that kind of thing. So overall, good ad. Now we're going to look into this one, which I think this is a great ad too, especially for the language. Just read these lines and tell me if this doesn't spark some emotion in you. This isn't your average office job or stocking the shelves or greeting customers kind of job. Love it. This is one that will leave you feeling accomplished, keep you having fun and moving all day long. At this company's name, we're looking for those who can see the calm in the storm and the order of the chaos, spot a speck of dust at 20 paces. So guys, this is awesome because they're writing like a little novel here that's really speaking on these emotions. And the whole point with this ad, which I advise you guys to do the same things with your ads, is you want to make your company almost seem fun to work with. You know, something that's actually going to reward your applicants rather than just another job. Because trust me, that's the biggest mistake that I see is people are making their ads just look like another job. You don't want to do that. You want to make it look like an opportunity. Think about that for a second. So we keep reading this. People who get satisfaction for a job well done, people who are looking to learn new things. Is this you? And then it has here's a great example of what they did, where instead of listing the requirements, they kind of make it more of like a reward list. So a valid driver's license and reliable, insured transportation, don't worry, we do pay mileage. Number 2, love, enjoy, okay, like to clean. We will train you, but enjoying what you do is a nice perk. Positive attitude, negative Nellies need not apply. So this is just an awesome ad. I really like this one. And then if we go into the creative, I think this is excellent. It's just a photo, a very transparent photo, which I always advise you guys to do for your company for the getting clients part, but really for the hiring part, this is awesome too, because now people can start to connect with that team ahead of time. So overall, awesome ad. So this ad is going to be the final one that I'm going to review, and this is a great example of a really good ad because the first line, it has a little bit of humor into it. It says, do you genuinely enjoy shows like Clean House and Divine Design? Does watching Hoarders give you nightmares? So they're throwing a little bit of humor into this, and this is pre-qualifying those people that are probably, you know, neat freaks or people that just have really good attention to detail, and why these people are automatically somewhat pre-qualified for this position. So someone who's going to register with those types of personality traits is probably going to be intrigued to keep reading. Then it jumps right into it. This part-time position is for you. We're now looking for commercial and residential cleaners up to $15 per hour with experience. Ask about our bonus structure and gas allowance. So I like that line right there. ask about our bonus structure and gas allowance, because this sparks a little bit of curiosity. Now people have, they want to learn more. And this is a really good tip for you guys, is put a lot of information, set those expectations, but also leave something in your ad that provokes a little bit of curiosity and a little bit of basically wanting to pursue it even more. Meaning after they fill out the application, there's probably more that they're going to want to hear from you about the position. And then it goes into the details, general cleaning duties such as dusting, sanitizing touch points. So I think the only criticism I would give to this part, the last part, is kind of breaking that chunk of basically a job description into bullet points, at the very least maybe 1 or 2 sentences per description. But overall, I think this is another very solid ad. Shows a woman cleaning, so it's very clear what this position is about, and overall a very solid ad. So guys, that is pretty much my review. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight. I kind of started with the ads that weren't so great in the beginning, and then transitioned to the ones that I think are a little bit more valuable and are really going to be more worthwhile for your efforts. So if you have any questions, I want you guys to drop a comment below in this video. Let me know what your biggest struggle with your hiring ads is, and I will do my best to answer all of those comments. At the very least, so you can send me a private message, connect with me on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, send me an email, and I will do my best to help you guys out, because I know this is a challenge for many of you. Aside from that though, thanks so much for watching. We'll talk soon.